Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And, we tried to go live on the Rockfin. I just want to let everybody know I'm still doing that. It is 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, exclusively there. And we were going live, but for the first time ever, it cut me off, and then I was unable to log in. So listen, it is a growing platform, and I want to thank everybody who's made that free account and has joined me over there, and especially the active subscribers. You are truly helping. We're going to post this over there, but just so everybody understands, we tried to do this video over there. We didn't get that far into it, but what we're going to be focusing now specifically on this video is Zombie Joe Biden telling you outright, that you will be masking up for at least 100 days after he is inaugurated. Okay. First of all, Zombie Joe makes no decisions. While he does this, he makes an astonishing and stunning statement, sort of. And why is it sort of? Because everybody already knew this. Everybody who was even being this much honest with themselves knew that Zombie Joe was essentially a placeholder. That's all he was. The only people that believed that, Joe Biden was the man were those with severe TDS syndrome. And this is not a MAGA video. We are probably going to do a watch along with Trump and what he posted on Facebook because the media refuses to cover it on the election. But Zombie Joe here, again, a man that has not had a strong mental capacity, in my opinion, since you could see the visible dementia via the primary debates, okay, is asked about his relationship with Kamala Harris. Okay, now Kamala Harris to me is a sociopath, somebody that was really one of the scarier candidates during the primaries. I talked about how her and Booker as a ticket would be especially scary, right? And who knows? We may get there because as Joe Biden is asked about his relationship with Kamala Harris, and he's always trying to associate everything with Barack Obama because, again, the brainwashed masses think that somehow Barack Obama was good for this country. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of thinking people out there that know that is not the case, but the establishment narrative is as such. So he starts talking about that, and then almost verbatim, he says if they have a moral disagreement, he will develop some new disease and I will resign. So what do I think's happening there? And we're going to play the video for you and we're going to show it to you. Number one, this is already the authoritarian rollout I was worried about and I was trying to warn you about. That when I was covering this in September, October, possibly before that, I said, this guy is running on masking you up and lockdowns. I go, how is that based in science when he's telling you that now and he wouldn't be inaugurated until the end of January? And now you're looking at 5 more months. You ready to start the Great Resistance yet, anybody? Is anybody ready to step up to the plate? All you small business owners, all you bar owners, all you restaurant owners out there, are you ready yet? Because we have to do it before he's inaugurated. That's a guarantee. May not be December 10th, 6 days from now, but it has to be before they inaugurate this guy, if they inaugurate this guy. That's another issue. It's all part of the same one, but we have to be real. So he announces this, and remember, when I say it's not the Joe Biden plan. He is a puppet. He's always been a puppet. Okay, this is the guy that is establishment as you get. When he first got elected and they're talking to him, he says, they're talking about corruption, and he goes, well, you shouldn't assume that I'm not corrupt. No kidding, Joe. No kidding. The pro-China globalist, the guy that literally championed Bill Barr as the youngest attorney general ever under George H.W. Bush, the guy that helped cover up Pakistan's financial role in 9/11. This is the guy. This is the guy, while he was vice president, you had Operation Timber Sycamore with the CIA destabilizing Syria. This is the guy. But that guy's long gone. We've had Zombie Joe for a while now. And so what is happening in these moments of truth is they've briefed him on not only the talking points and what's going on, but what could happen in the future. Because, again, Zombie Joe at some level, when he knows where he is, which is rare, knows that he is that placeholder, right? So we're going to play that video. We're going to go over it all. Thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. Remember, I couldn't do it without you guys. We've been demonetized on this platform for almost 8 months now. It'll be 8 months in the beginning of next week. $5, $10, $15, big donors. You mean the world to me. Again, I reviewed the channel 7+ months ago. YouTube doesn't like me. Google doesn't like me. Alphabet doesn't like me. The NSA, probably not my biggest fan. At least the heads of those organizations. Now, I would assume people that work at each organization may like me. They may do what they can for me. But with big tech censorship going over the top and me daring to show you actual videos of these people, and the astonishing thing about this Joe Biden clip is that it's one of those fluff piece, in your face, Jake Tapper smiling at you interviews, and they've got Kamala Harris there, and she's just nodding right along with it, just totally into it. And you would have thought they could have edited this out, right? And you wonder, because I don't believe that it was, I think it was a pre-taped interview. I could be wrong. Maybe they aired this live. I doubt it. They barely wanted to put this guy on television live. But I don't know whether it's revelation of the method. But again, Joe Biden's already told you he wants 100,000 more contact tracers. This is way back when he first came out of the basement for COVID and other related illnesses. Meanwhile, the WHO is telling you there's no more flu in the southern hemisphere. Okay? And wait till I show you the CDC numbers. Again, if you believe that the flu has just completely disappeared or almost disappeared or at record low numbers because we're social distancing and wearing masks, but then you then find a way to believe that we're surging in cases and hospitalizations and deaths with the same measures, what kind of Orwellian mental gymnastics go on in your life? How do you believe that? And then if that's the truth, then why are we doing any of these measures in the first place? And again, you look at controlled populations when they do these testings via prisons or colleges, and out of the positives, 90+% are asymptomatic. Just saying. Just saying there's a lot to question here. Okay? So $5, $10, $15. Big donors, you mean the world to me. I couldn't do it without you. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you check out all the documentary films. Loose Change, Final Cut, and Fabled Enemies. If you haven't learned about 9/11, if you need to learn about 9/11, if you still think that, it was Al-Qaeda with box cutters, you got a lot to learn. And then Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture literally lay out what is happening right now. Right now. Right here, right now, in your face, okay? With players like Joe Biden in Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, where he writes an article, and we highlight it, he's vice president at the time we put this out there, How I Learned to Love the New World Order. That's a real article. You can read it. It is a big globalization article. And this is a guy that has spoken at the World Economic Forum with his buddy Klaus Schwab bragging about 20+ meetings with President Xi of China and how much he loves him. That was in 2016, talking about the fourth industrial revolution, talking about automation and the automation nation and self-driving cars and the disparagement and displacement of the middle class. He was calling it the hollowing out of the middle class. It's all real. It's all real. So another great way to support me, guys, Monday through Friday, usually at 11 a.m. We did it live today, but then, again, something wrong with the servers. First time ever. Go check it out over at Rockfin. Again, Rockfin is this great platform. They just instituted tipping, which is the equivalent of Super Chats, which has been cut off here. Again, without explanation. You know, borderline content. Is that what you're going to tell him? Oh, he's borderline content. Am I really saucier than Tim Pool? Am I? I was just watching the Tim Pool, Luke Radowski episode. Am I saucier? I don't know. Am I spicier? I know that this platform's not trying to censor me. So, yes, there are bugs, and we saw some of them today. But if you get at the best way to do it, I don't know what the contact for tech support on the actual site is like, but if you get at them on Twitter at the Rockfin, they're really quick, you know, and especially if you're, a paying subscriber. But we want as many people to follow me over there, because if I am kicked off of this platform and just gone one day, that's where you're going to find me. And I dread the day I wake up and 13 years of my work is just gone. I got to back everything up. That's very, very true. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. In fact, yesterday, both my videos got hit with like copyright claims from two different spots. Like the Throwback Thursday, just that like 10-second clip of Cochise got hit. I had to cut that out. And then with the Pat Patterson video, there was one segment of wrestling that I had to cut out as well. Both important videos. Neither really got the traction that they deserve. So Biden says he will ask everyone to wear a mask for 100 days to bring COVID under control when he is sworn in, and asked Dr. Fauci to stay on. The Faucian, as one American dies of the virus every 30 seconds. I mean, this is where we're at, guys. Just 100 days to mask. No, you're not asking us for 100 days. Just like it wasn't 15 days. Just like you don't know what you're saying, because while you're trying to promote this, you literally can't speak, Joe Biden. Okay? And it does upset me that it is clearly not 100 days. Okay? Oh, we might need more than that, beyond the 100 days, beyond the vaccination, the double dose. And later today, I'm going to show you, we're going to do a watch along with Andrew Cuomo and how he's telling you that there is no going back to normal. Back in April, he said we'll go back to normal when we get the vaccine. Now there is none, because that's not what this is about. This is about the Great Reset. This is about giving total control over to billionaires. That's what Cuomo is doing in that state. Education to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Contact tracing, which is completely illegal in the new brown shirts and should be disbanded immediately. Okay, contact tracing, Michael Bloomberg. The rest of the state, Eric Schmidt, National Security Council, Google, Dragonfly, Alphabet. Look it up. Not your buddy. The new digital age, huh? Transforming. You know what? Let's just look. We've shown you a lot, and I have this book in the other room. We've shown you a lot recently. The Great Reset book, and that's important. But when you're writing books where it says the new digital age, transforming nations, businesses, and our lives, it wasn't our lives, it was people. Let's go back. I have the first edition. I think that's the second edition. Let's go to images. I want the silver book. This is the one I have. Reshaping the Future of People, Nations, and Businesses. That's what's on the cover of mine right there. Okay? There it is. Huh? What did they change that to? That made me kind of upset there. Let's look at that again. Our lives. Well, I guess it's the same thing. But the thing is that they want you to. This is a transhumanist movement, right? You notice how the robot hand is in the second cover, kind of in the background? They're very outward about this, that this is a transhumanist movement. And Capo Cuomo isn't here to help. So, with that being said, and showing you all that, and by the way, this is the type of propaganda that's in my social media feed. Seriously, this is what shows up. What will the world look like after COVID? Rashida Jones and I talked to Dr. Anthony Fauci about what to expect for the coming months and what the world will look like after COVID-19. Look how happy they are. I want to be that happy. Huh? I want to wear a sweater and be that happy. I want to be a cackling billionaire. No, I don't. I want a soul. I want to live my life. I want freedom. I don't want to be oppressed. I don't want a zombie in office with a sociopath under him on behalf of a predator class that literally says things like this.
But all kidding aside,
the First Lady-to-be told me she holds them for you.
Yes, she does. But not with she and Kamala have become friends. Yeah. But all kidding aside, it's a matter of The thing, we are simpatico on our philosophy of government and simpatico on how we want to approach these issues that we're.
Simpatico on how we want to attach. You can't even say attack these issues. I mean, the bumbling and stumbling is real bad. It's real bad because he's Zombie Joe, but it's only going to get worse.
Facing. And so I don't have, and when we disagree, it'll be just like, so far it's been just like when Barack and I did. It's in private. She'll say, I think we should do A, B, C, or D. And I'll say, I like A, don't like B and C. Mm-hmm. And it's go, okay. But, and like I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. Now you notice in this very apparent senior moment, okay, where he's not able to get off the talking point he wanted to, he has a long stutter. He doesn't realize where he is in the conversation, and he makes that alarming statement. Let's go back. Let's go back and watch that again. Okay? Let's bring it back. 20 seconds.
I think we should do A, B, C, or D. And I'll say, I like A, don't like B and C. Mm-hmm. And it's go, okay. But, and like I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign.
Where's the pushback on that? Where's the reporting on that? I mean, my God, it's incredible, right?
We don't have that. We haven't.
Did you see Kamala nodding like, no, Joe.
And we discussed at length.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this one up short style. You know, this is it. You've heard me rant. You've heard me rave. You've seen the video. You know what's coming. The great resistance must come. And again, I'm going to need your support more than ever. It looks like more now that I am going to have to go drive down to D.C. and be there for the 12th and reach out and get this thing going. Because if we let this happen, 100 more days of masks, more lockdowns. Again, go watch. Buckle up. This was going to be a big broadcast. I was going to do over an hour on several different stories across the board via Rockfin. But I'm going to close it up and, explain to people that, these subjects need their own videos, and we'll put them out via YouTube, and I'll upload them over there. I mean, look at these CDC numbers. Look at this. Think about it. You have more tests than ever. You have 140,000 tests instead of 10,000, and you only get 84, which is the lowest number ever on that thing. Think about that. Think about those numbers. They make sense to you? How about 3 times the tests of 2015-16 and 1/4 the cases? Right? How about you look at the 2019-2020 average of 14,000 cases with 239,000 tests, and now you only have 513 cases with way more testing. What do you think's happening here? I mean, I'm going to let you make your own judgment. But again, you want to support broadcasts like this that aren't afraid to show you the truth, $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. Big donors, please consider supporting this show. We do it live. Check out all the documentary films. They are free. Make the Rockfin account. Make the Rockfin account. Make the Rockfin account. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. We are live and free. Make that free account. If you want to support me there, become a premium member. You get everything. In fact, right now, exclusively up there is The Great Resistance with Paul Wittenberg. That is a premium only, and that is available right now only at the Rockfin. Thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share. Join the Burmese Brigade. It is not about left or right. It is about right and wrong. And we better get into our wits and organize and form the great resistance before it's too late. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.